What's up, guys? JJ here, and today we're going to be reacting to a new community creation in Fortnite. That's right, if you look just below my face, we have March Through Time. Presented by Time, explore DC 63, a reimagined Washington, DC, where Dr. Martin Luther King gave his iconic I Have a Dream speech alongside Fortnite players from all over the world. Listen to this defining civil rights moment. Wow. Gotta say, I'm actually surprised to see this in Fortnite, and I'm not sure about the timing because we're not close to Black History Month or Martin Luther King Day. But we're gonna check it out, and if there's anything to play through, we're gonna play through it, and I honestly am really excited to react to it. Okay. We're in a little lecture hall. Feels like college again. Every person in this world has a light. A voice they can raise to make change. Explore the map for 20 minutes to receive your prize, but if you work together, you can complete all the puzzles to add to your light. Wow, okay. So we get an in-game reward for going through this? That's dope. It's crazy the kind of stuff people can make in creative. Like, and I remember how hard I worked on my 1v1 map, but this is crazy. Explore the map for 20 minutes to receive your prize. Okay. Your boy just jumped into a Time magazine. Looks like we're at the...
Happy to join with you today in what will go down
Wow.
in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation.
I actually... Sorry I wasn't talking. I actually am a little speechless. Even virtually to be in this space, listening to this speech is...
A great American in whose symbolic
It's heavy.
shadow we stand today, signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak.
Wow, like... Seriously, sorry I'm not talking.
Night of their captivity.
His voice just bears a weight.
But 100
His
years
voice
later,
bears a weight that this commands respect.
the Negro still is not free.
And I know I have to listen to all this, but we also have to play through the map.
The life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty in the midst of a vast ocean of material prosperity.
No, we are not satisfied, and we will not be satisfied until justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream.
In the corners of American society.
And we cannot walk alone, and as we walk, we must make the pledge that we shall always march ahead. We cannot turn back.
A shameful condition. In a sense, we've come to our nation's capital to cash a check.
Stack yourselves to reach your
The
goal.
architects of our republic wrote the magnificent words of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. They were signing a promissory note to which every American was to fall heir. This note was a promise that all men,
Okay, we can't do that one without friends.
black men as well as white men, would be guaranteed the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It is obvious today that America has defaulted on this promissory note insofar as her citizens of color are concerned.
History trivia, one player, here we go.
This sacred obligation, America has given the Negro people a bad check. A check which has come back marked insufficient funds. But we refuse to believe that the Bank of Justice is bankrupt.
It's between the Washington Monument and the Lincoln Memorial. You can see the reflecting pool. Alright, well, we answered it. Is there another question?
So we've come to cash this check, a check that will give us upon demand the riches of freedom,
A form of
and
protest
the security of justice.
that activists use to fight against segregated seating in restaurants and diners. Easy enough.
We have also come to this hallowed spot to
Anyone else?
remind America of the fierce urgency
On December
of
1st, 1955, she refused to give up her bus seat to a white man. This incident helped spark the Montgomery bus boycott.
to take the tranquilizing drug of gradualism.
Rosa Parks. Are there any other questions here?
To make real the promises of democracy.
In which city was the I Have a Dream speech delivered? Washington, D.C.
From the dark and desolate valley of segregation to the sunlit path of racial justice. Now is the time.
Did I miss anything? Yeah. A group of white and black civil rights activists who traveled across the American South together to protest segregated bus terminals.
Now is the time.
I believe that's Freedom Riders. Justice Riders sounds good, but I believe it's Freedom Riders. There we go.
It would be fatal for the nation to overlook the
And then we
urgency of
respawn
the
out.
moment.
There we go.
This sweltering summit of the Negro's legitimate discontent will not pass until that is an invigorating autumn of freedom and equality. 1963 is not an end, but a beginning. Those who hope that the Negro
And we all know that one.
steam and will now be content.
I don't think it would do me any justice to read it out loud.
The nation returns to business as usual.
But that's the dream. And we're still dreaming sometimes. Waiting for it to come true. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
Whirlwinds of revolt will continue to shake the foundations of our nation until the bright day of justice emerges. That is something that I must say to my people.
And with this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day.
Must not be guilty of wrongful deeds. Let us not seek to satisfy our thirst for freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and
Gotta
hate.
collect the orbs of power. Oh, I get it, I get it.
We must forever conduct our struggle on the high plane of dignity and discipline. We must not allow our creative protests to degenerate into physical violence. Again and again, we must rise to the majestic heights of meeting physical force with soul force. The marvelous new militancy which has engulfed the Negro community must not lead us to a distrust of all white people. For many of our white brothers, as evidenced by their presence here today, have come to realize that their destiny is tied up with our destiny.
Missed it.
They have come to realize that their freedom is inextricably bound to our freedom. We cannot walk alone. As we walk, we must make the pledge that we shall always march ahead. We cannot turn back. There are those who are asking the devastating when will you be satisfied? We can never be satisfied as long as the Negro is the victim of the unspeakable horrors of police brutality. We can never be satisfied as long as our body is heavy with the fatigue of travel, cannot gain lodging in the motels of the highways and the hotels of the city. We cannot be satisfied as long as the Negro's basic mobility is from a smaller ghetto to a larger one. We can never be satisfied as long as our children are stripped of their selfhood and robbed of their dignity by signs stating for whites only.
And I can tell you, just because there's not a sign up anymore, that still happens.
We cannot be satisfied as long as the Negro in Mississippi
I remember
cannot vote.
knowing when I walked into the wrong neighborhood
He has nothing for which to vote.
because I didn't look like I belonged when the police would stop me.
No, we are not satisfied, and we will not be satisfied until justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream.
And we're still fighting today. We can't be satisfied. Even if it's got a hashtag now, whether it's... We've almost gone backwards. We've gone from wanting to have equal rights to just trying to say that Black Lives Matter. That's all we're fighting for now. To be able to say that I matter. For people who look like me and my family to say that their life can matter. And for the people who have been chosen to protect and serve, but have slain us in the streets. We're just fighting to tell them that our lives matter. And this is the America we're living in today.
So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former
There's another one done.
will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood.
Where am I on the
have a
map?
dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression.
Once you complete all the puzzles and add your light to the board, tweet at FNDC63 with a screenshot of your light on the board and tell us how your voice can make a positive impact.
Children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream.
So I've got to go back and find friends.
I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of mountains shall be made low, the rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places
This
will
must be the
made
timer
straight,
for how long
and
I've been
the
in
glory
here.
of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together.
I'm not going to read them out loud anymore.
Together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will.
My voice can't do the speech justice.
This will be the day when all of God's children be able to sing with new meaning, my country tears of thee. Sweet land of liberty of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring, and if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. So let freedom ring. From the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire, let freedom ring. From the mighty mountains of New York, let freedom ring. From the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania, let freedom ring. From the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado,
Let freedom ring.
From the curvaceous slopes of California,
I'm going to see if there's any people doing the other mini games.
let freedom
If not, I'll have to
ring
come back with some friends and tell you guys what it unlocks.
Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring when it happens. When we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to
I'm a
free
light?
up that day when all of God's children,
Oh, wow.
black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles,
So we add our light to the rift?
Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual.
Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, free at last. Someday. And that's it. I thought I was going to be more animated. I thought I was going to have more content, comments. Thought I was going to have more to say. But when you can hear Dr. King's voice ringing out, it just seems like you should be quiet and listen. Alright, so there's our rewards for attending the speech in its entirety. You got the DC 63 spray. I'll go ahead and equip that to my wheel. And if you complete all the mini games, I believe there's another in-game reward for you. I'll have to come back in and do that with some friends and let you guys know what that is. But anyways, that was like a surprisingly solemn experience. I think it was really powerful. I'll have to look into the Time Magazine article or whatever has expedited this collaboration. But honestly, Fortnite, as a black content creator, I think we have something powerful here. And for once, I'm proud of you guys. And everybody else, you can let me know what you think. Let me know if you played it. If you unlock the whatever achievement for getting all the mini games done before I do, let me know what it is in the comments. If you've ever felt like part of the struggle, or if you have ever experienced having to feel less than, I understand you. And You're everything to me.